welcome to the Frankenstadion for this round of 32 UEFA Cup tie, second leg between Nurnburg and Benfica. Ariza Makakula scored the only goal at the Estadio de Sport Lisboa at Benfica in the first leg, but Nurnburg, playing in their first game under new coach Thomas von Heesen, dominated the match and have reason to feel confident ahead of the second leg on home soil. Well, the big team news as far as Nurnburg are concerned is the return of Greek international Angelos Charisteas. Such a charismatic figure up front, of course, a European Championship winner with his national side and a prolific goal scorer with Nurnburg, Ajax and Werder Bremen. They'll be hoping that he, alongside Jan Koller up front, can find them to glory against a side that sits in second place in the Portuguese Superliga. As for Benfica, it is pretty much as you were. Watch out for Ariza Makakula. He scored the only goal of the first leg. It was a spectacular shot from 30 yards out, but in truth, Jaromir Blažić should have done a lot better. He made some wonderful saves in the Benfica goal, and as far as Jose Camacho is concerned, he'll be hoping he doesn't have to do likewise tonight. There is Thomas von Heesen, who took charge of Nurnburg for the first time in Lisbon, a 1-0 defeat. Since then, of course, he has taken charge in one Bundesliga fixture. Unfortunately for him, Werder Bremen won the game at the weekend by 2-0. No great shame in that. Werder are going for the title at the moment, just 3 points off Bayern Munich, but it means that Nurnburg are still in the bottom three and are threatened with relegation this season. It is a fantastic atmosphere in the Frankenstadion as we feature Angelos Charisteas, 28 years old now, and alongside him Tomáš Galášek, the Czech Republic international. Plenty, you feel, will have to come from him in midfield if he's to urge his charges on to glory tonight. 1-0 would take the game into extra time. Anything better would see them go through to the round of 16. How will Benfica react to the Partizan crowd here? 44,000, a sellout. Crackling atmosphere inside the arena. And Messrs Koller and Engelhardt, who get this game underway, will be hoping that they can take full advantage of it. They need a quick start perhaps, but they will know that they cannot concede either to a canny Benfica side who have got plenty of European experience. Of course, dropping down from the Champions League this season, they were unable to get the better of either Milan or Celtic in that particular section, but did do enough to claim third place and a spot in this competition. Benfica have a throw. Rui Costa, who's won the Champions League, of course, with AC Milan, the number 10 in the away strip of Benfica, pink with grey shorts. Nurnburg all in black as per usual. Leo, the fullback, likes to get forward, will take the throw. Brazilian, 7 Brazilian caps to his name, although none for a few years now. Perhaps he won't be getting too many more. Big night on the opposite flank, you feel, as Benfica still come forward. That's a shot that goes to the near post area of the keeper by Rui Costa. 3 goals this season, scored 2 in the Champions League at home to Copenhagen in the qualifier. Rui Costa going for glory when Ariza Makakula was in an excellent position. Just going back to the other fullback in the Benfica ranks that we saw a glimpse of, Ed Carlos Conceição, just 22 years old, played for Brazil in the World Youth Tournament a few years ago, replacing Nelson in the lineup tonight. Good strong challenge coming in from Petit. Engelhardt, the player, who's gone down. Second season at Nurnburg after moving from Kaiserslautern in the summer of 2006. Scored an own goal against Schalke this season. Really have struggled. Have the German side. Movement though here on the left-hand side, and maybe an opportunity now for Engelhardt to try and work something over on the left. Linking up well with Ivan Saenko, the Russian international. Maybe an opportunity now for Castaños and Co to get inside that penalty area. Running off the ball was by Horacio Pinola, Argentine. He had a spell with Atletico Madrid before joining Nurnburg. Initially on loan from Racing Club. Here is Saenko, Russian who netted against Larissa in the UEFA Cup this season. Thomas von Hessen. Well, it was interesting to hear from the club officials of Nurnburg ahead of this match. The general manager Martin Bader feels that the crowd will give his team an extra incentive, saying that there are 44,000 reasons for us to work our socks off. That's what they must do. This is Pinola looking to get away from Luis Felipe. Rui Costa coming back and helping out. Opportunity though for Collet. Castaños looking at the back post. Saenko just wandering inside the penalty area. Wolf is there as well. Galasek towards the back post, and that's comfortable for Keane. Did make a couple of terrific saves in the first leg. Leo comes across there looking to deal with the danger. Benfica will have to try and take the sting out of the crowd first of all. Still the Nurnberg supporters who are loud enough in the leg in Lisbon are making themselves heard above everybody else. Certainly the Benfica fans, the small band that have made the trip from Lisbon, being outshouted as you would expect at the moment. But this is Leo coming forward. Oh, and it's away and over the crossbar. What an opportunity. How did that stay out? Leo it was breaking forward down the left-hand side. Reinhardt through the legs. Leo takes a look up to his right. There was plenty inside the penalty area. He couldn't pick anyone out. And then when the cross came back to Castaños, it was over the crossbar from close range. I think we're going to have a game on our hands tonight. Castaños with a touch. This is Galasek. Wolf. Just looking to slow the play down, perhaps here. Ball over the top, looking for the movement here of Angelos Castaños. The flag has gone up, no joy for the Greek international. 4 goals this season, just 13 starts. Also bagged a couple in the UEFA Cup. Scored for Greece recently as well in a 2-1 success in a friendly against Finland, and has been in good goal scoring form. Our referee incidentally Croatian, Ivan Bibok. Ball eventually bouncing out of play. Kola, Galasek, 2 Czech Republic internationals trading passes. This is Glauber. And that's a decent step over from Saenko, and Engelhardt towards Collet. Petit at the back clearing up. Luis Xiao got the touch initially. Big Brazilian international, still involved with the national side under Dunga. This is Glauber, himself a Brazilian international, though his only cap came a good few years ago now, in April 2005, former Palmeiras player, all the way back to the keeper. Collar flicks it on, and Castaños is offside again. Interesting that Leo is just playing ahead of Ed Carlos on that left-hand side. Certainly is a fairly defensive 2. Leo, usually the left back, of course. Interesting just to see exactly how Benfica is shaping up. That was offside just. Good decision from the official. Castaños saying no. I think he got it wrong. Signed from Feyenoord after 9 goals last season. Former Addison Werder Bremen player, I know all about him in these parts. 18 goals in 62 internationals for Greece. Really good spell with the Ajax, netting in 12 goals in 31 starts, 1 in every 3 for a target man is not bad at all. Benfica have an opportunity here. 7 minutes gone in the Frankenstadion, 0-0. Remember, Benfica with that slender advantage. Petit likes to hit them from this sort of distance. Katsarani's forward, Makakula forward as well. Inside the penalty area, Makakula's there! Didn't get the touch. This is Saenko. Under pressure from Nuno Assis, who is a goal scorer in Benfica's weekend win over Naval. Weekend win that just sent them through in second place. Sporting now up into third. As Vitória missed out at the weekend. 4 points between the two big Lisbon clubs, but Porto still 10 points clear at the top. To be a foot up there, but nothing given as Maxi Pereira looked to get through. Leo. Just rolls underneath the studs over on that far side of Nuno Assis. Nurnburg, of course, coming through the group stages. They were beaten by Everton by 2-0. Drew at St. Petersburg away from home. That was a decent result. But got the better of AZ Alkmaar. That was really the result that got them through to the knockout stages proper. It is Caristeas. Wolf. Galasek's header. Still Nurnburg coming forward. The flag goes up eventually. Well, Nuno Assis it was judged to a foul there. I think he's a bit unlucky. It's a yellow card coming out here. It's a yellow card to Leo. Why has the card come out to Leo, I wonder? There's the challenge coming in. Not the best, admittedly, from Nuno Assis. Saenko was certainly caught. Free kick, yes. Where does the yellow card come? For Leo, I wonder. Into the book goes the Brazilian. Played at Santos with the likes of Diego and Robinho and Alano. Title winner in 2002 and 2004 in Brazil. With the Copa Libertadores final in 2003 with Santos as well. Sent off against Pacos Ferreira last season. He's on a yellow card now for the remaining 80 minutes. That's tricky. Free kick drilled in near post, not completely away. Saenko can't turn. Engelhardt back inside the box. Chance here, perhaps it's Luiziao with a header away. Reinhardt battling. Petit will clear. And Nani, Tunisian international, gets the touch. It's back towards Pignola. Nani again. Here is Petit. All his experience required, one suspects. Luiziao out towards Luis Felipe on this right-hand side. Gets the second touch here. Petit draws the foul. That's an easy decision for the referee to give. Meanwhile, as we focus on Leo, got another player down. Well, maybe it was for knocking the ball away. Maybe that's why the card came out. Rather foolish if it was. Here is Luis Felipe. Cross takes a couple of bounces, but must have curled out. There is Jaromir Blažič, and it was an absolute howler from the Czech Republic international that allowed Benfica to take a 1-0 advantage to Germany for the second leg tonight. A shot that was hit with power, admittedly, from Makakula, but it was straight down his throat. And he let it squirm underneath him. Blažek is a second choice, of course, when it comes to the Czech Republic national side. He's behind Petr Cech in the pecking order. Judging on the performance against Benfica last week, I don't think he's really going to push Cech that much. Here is Koller, teammate of Petr Cech, who's offside. Nurnburg sacked coach Hans Meyer and his assistant Jürgen Raab just 2 days before the first leg. Of course, Hans Meyer did lead Nurnburg to German Cup success last season for the first time in 45 years. There were 1 or 2 banners, incidentally, at the first leg in Lisbon at the Estadio de Sport, thanking Hans Meyer from the Nurnburg supporters. They realised what he did. It's always going to be tough for them this season. Van Heesen was swiftly named as Meyer's replacement, signed a contract until 2009. Of course, he does know what it's like to taste success in European club football. He was a member of the Hamburg side that won the European Champion Clubs Cup back in 1983. Coached the likes of Arminia Bielefeld and Saarbrücken. Pereira, the Uruguayan, on an Argentine. Not for the first time one suspects players from those 2 countries have been involved in something like this. Well, initially the elbow was raised. Oh, well, there's not too much wrong with that, is there? Admittedly, the elbow was high, but if he's caught him very lightly on the chin. Maxi Pereira, Uruguayan international who scored against Milan in the 1-1 draw in the Champions League this season. Played Copa America in the summer. Camacho knows what it's like to win European trophies as well, doesn't he? Spanish international. And his time as a player, vastly experienced to turn around Benfica's fortunes after a disappointing Champions League campaign. Many felt that they were second favourites to go through with Milan. Celtic denied them. And Keane quite happy to just slow the pace down. Minutes gone, first third of the first period. Luis Felipe. It's towards Makakula. Knocked away by Glauber. Only as far as Petit. If that was a shot, it wasn't a good one. Doesn't score too often, Petit. Just the 1 goal this season, but hasn't scored since the opening day of the league season against Les Chaux. Has had 1 or 2 injury problems, Petit. In just over half his team's league games this season. Obviously a regular when he's fit. Leo will clear. Castellanes playing in a more advanced role tonight. We've seen him play centre-half on a number of occasions. Luis Xiao. And back with King once again. Very much first choice again, King. Give it away. This is Caristeas. 1-4 for Engelhardt. Carlos comes across. Signed from Sao Paulo in the summer. Won the Brazilian title a couple of seasons ago. Big centre-back who likes to get forward, comfortable on the ball. Mignola is after this. Petit flicks it on. Castaños. It's a hopeful ball towards Setanta, and that's easily cut out by Leo. It's more of an orthodox 4-4-2 now with Leo slipping into that left full-back position next to Ed Carlos and Luis Yao. Still Nurnburg have it, that's towards Castaños, that's comfortable for King. He's down on the 2002 World Cup because of a failed drugs test at King. And he would have been number 1, it's very much number 2 at the moment. 25 Portuguese caps, understudy to Ricardo. Pignola. Wolf. Collar. Shows too much. Nuno Assis. Castellanes with the flick. Rui Costa has it now. Away from Gnani. And still Rui Costa. And still he goes forward. Can he find the pass to the Nurnberg defence here? Nuno Assis. Away from Reinhardt. Still Nuno Assis. The cross was poor, but it takes a deflection off Wolf, and that's a corner. Andreas Wolf, who was sent off against Karlsruhe in the first game back from the winter break. All his career at Nurnberg. He's conceded a corner here. 1 or 2 whistles from the home supporters. Rui Costa will take high, hanging ball. It's towards Ed Carlos. It's cleared away by Wolf and then smashed over the crossbar by Maxi Pereira. And he has scored a couple of goals this season. Regular scorer for Defensor in Uruguay, 2095 in the top division in South America. 12 in 29 in the 05-06 season. Likes to let fly. Here he is again. Carlos finds Leo. Castellanes. And still coming forward. Ball inside the fullback doesn't quite work out. Pignola. Setanta. Elisa Makakula is dancing about left, right and centre. But really hasn't seen too much of the ball so far. Born in Kinshasa, Congo, but represents Portugal. Made his debut back end of last year. Scored a late goal against Kazakhstan incidentally in a Euro qualifier. Was expecting to go to the finals in Austria and Switzerland. Deeper ball from Reinhardt. Setanta is lurking. Cleared away by Benfica. Another hopeful ball, and this time Setanta might keep it in play. No. Pignola. Maxi Pereira clears. Pignola will get a second chance. Still coming forward. Pignola looking to dart between defenders. Was he caught there? No. Two sides met in the quarter-finals of the 1961-62 European Champion Clubs Cup. Benfica winning 7-3 on aggregate, en route to beating Real Madrid 5-3 in the final in Amsterdam. Competition for the second season in succession. Sabio on target over the two legs. By and large, though, Benfica haven't got a great record against teams from the Bundesliga. 27 games against German sides, winning, or rather 28 games, winning just the 7, drawing 9, losing 12. Castells wins that, it won't fall for Collar. Way part of the first half, no goals. Surging forward. Leo gets the touch as it's flicked on. This is Katsaranis, allows it to bounce. It's going to be the wrong idea against Collar in the air. And now Engelhardt, and the ball over the top for Saenko. That's a tricky one, but it's a good header back. Had to be from Luis Felipe. Rui Costa. He's done it all, of course, in his career. It's transferred for 35 million euros. Makakala beaten in the air by Wolf. Galasek moves it on quickly to Engelhardt. Down the line for Saenko here, inside the penalty area, just forced out by the run of Luis Yao. Back flick towards Engelhardt, doesn't work. Luis Yao twists and turns and wins a throw. Unlucky Saenko, it's a nice idea, just didn't quite come off for the Russian. To add to those 5 Russian caps in the run-up to the European Championships, no doubt. And if his team can get a good run in the UEFA Cup, he'll come to the attention of Gus Hiddink, I'm sure. Last of those 5 in August of 2007, so a good, what, 8-9 months since he last appeared for the national side. Meanwhile, you know, as he goes for glory, probably wishes that he hadn't even tried. Engelhardt's header. Reinhardt keeps it in. Over the head of Castells. Collar looking to bring it down. All he does, though, is bring Ed Carlos down. He's not the force that he once was, Jan Collar. He's 34 now. He moved to Nurnburg from Monaco in the January transfer window. Scored once so far against Hansa Rostock in a 1-1 draw, just ahead of the first leg of the UEFA Cup tie between these two. 1 or 2 bad injuries in recent seasons, but always a goal scorer wherever he's been. Best ever was a haul of 24 for Lokeren in Belgium. Starred for Borussia Dortmund, 59 goals in 138 Bundesliga appearances, also netted an average of 2 in 3 for Anderlecht in a couple of seasons. Makakula. 7 goals in 13 starts for Maratino on loan from Sevilla before switching to Benfica again in January. Benfica have taken the pace out of the game and are really dominating proceedings here. This is Makakula, and still he's an awkward customer. Oh, went for the spectacular there, didn't quite catch it. Sent off back end of last campaign for Gymnastic in Spain against Atletico Madrid, a straight red in the last minute of the game, and then picked up 2 yellows in 7 minutes on just his 3rd game for Maritimo, and that was after scoring. How about that for your 3rd game for your new club? He's also sent off against Sporting Braga later on in the campaign before moving in January to Benfica. 7 and 13. As far as the goal-scoring record is concerned, he's not bad at all. spell it in France with non. Kalasek header, Engelhardt, Pignola. Luis Felipe will have to stretch here. Saenko shoulder to shoulder. Nothing wrong with that. I think Luis Felipe was just a little bit stronger than Saenko thought. Way back to Keem, and suddenly the noise has died down considerably, and we can hear one or two whistles from the home supporters. Engelhardt finds Reinhardt, and now Koller looking to knock it down for Castaños here. That's the combination that Nurnburg will be looking at and working on. Koller and Castaños, two big men up front. Castaños perhaps the more nimble of the pair. He was onside. It was poor defending really from Luis Felipe, playing everyone onside here. Ball watching. Castaños just not quick enough to get there. Keem off his line quickly. It is Petit for Benfica. Caceres forward. Makakula is onside. In fact, the flag went up eventually. Seems to be too much in there. Oh, now then, Saenko could be in a bit of trouble here. Petit's gone down, clutching the back of his neck. Ivan Bebok goes across. Let's see what sort of contact there was here. Oh, it didn't mean nothing at all. Well, you can see the look on Saenko's face. Petit, well, he's known as the Pitbull. Certainly wasn't on that occasion, went down very easily. That's a better ball from him. Just away from Maxi Pereira. Was Koller caught there by Carlos? Well, I think the Brazilian's right, because Coller's stooping so low and he's such a giant of a man. Oh, I think that's a decent challenge. Even Koller wasn't looking for the free kick. Leo across. Again, the Koller flick on. Castaños not looking. Here's Felipe first to react. Towards Makakula, beaten in the air by Glauber. Flicked on by Engelhardt. This is Koller, needs some support. Back in field, might fall for Engelhardt still. Luis Felipe nearly made a hash of that. Makakula could be on the run. This is Wolf. Pignola. Short to Galasek, runs into Rui Costa. Here is Rui Costa again. And now Nuno Assis over on the left-hand side. Plenty of space to work with here. Leo going off on the overlap. Still Nuno Assis has it. Rui Costa inside the area. He's gone down. Good running by the veteran. 35 years old now. Serie A winner in 2004. Champions League winner in 2003. Once of Milan and 7 years at Fiorentina. A couple of Coppa Italias in his time there. 12 years in Italy. 94 Portuguese caps, although hasn't played for the national side for the best part of 4 years and won't be doing so. Luisiao finds Luis Felipe up against Engelhardt. Luisiao. Luis Felipe takes the ball in field. Rui Costa caught in possession. Koller wins it back. Caristeas gets the touch. Galasek eventually finds Engelhardt. This is Pignola under a bit of pressure. And still has to just curl it all the way back to Blajek. Castellanes caught out in midfield. Leo will pick up the loose ball. Looks for Castellanes again. Runs into Galasek. Reinhardt's operating over on the right-hand side of defence. All his career at Nurnburg, can play left-back as well. Dominic Reinhardt, still just 23. This is Koller. Engelhardt. Headed forward by Galasek. Koller, Caristeas, and still Caristeas! Oh, did remarkably well just to get the shot away. There never ever seemed any way through for Caristeas, neither here or even here, but somehow 4 touches later he turns on goal and gets the shot towards it. It's charged down by Ed Carlos. Engelhardt with the corner kick. Nurnburg have got plenty inside the area. Far post this time, back across the face of goal. Glauber, I think it was, that was trying to control it but couldn't. That will be a throw-in to Benfica. High hanging corner from Engelhardt, came nowhere near it, decided to stay on his line. Nurnburg just beginning to find their range, perhaps. Wolf. Challenge from Ed Carlos leaves Koller on the deck, but Benfica have possession and the referee allows play to go on. Rui Costa. Ed Carlos finds Luisiao. Makakula the target. Wolf takes it down and clears over Petit's head. Koller can only nod it to Luis Felipe. Maxi Pereira calling for it. Rui Costa wants it as well. It's gone to neither. Caristeas with a header. Luis Felipe finds Maxi Pereira. Luisiao. controlling the tempo once more, you feel. Every now and then Nurnburg look to force the pace, play at a higher tempo and push Benfica back. But generally when the ball's at the feet of the Benfica players, the men in pink tonight, game slows right down, and that's just how they want it played. They don't want to be put under pressure. They don't want to be ran ragged. They don't want the crowd to start to really get behind their team. Quieten them down, 1 or 2 whistles, they won't mind that. Nurnburg players will start to feel frustrated and perhaps make mistakes. Luisiao with a long ball forward. Makakula takes it on his chest, still coming forward. Makakula. It's just a little bit of nonsense between Makakula and Glauber. It's a poor challenge, but Makakula all over Wolf as he went to ground. Well, Thomas van Heesen, I would imagine, will want his players to just quicken it up a little bit. Second period, still 7 minutes to go until half-time. Truth, no clear-cut opportunities either way. Costa very early on, who's on the ball here for Benfica. Castaños, as far as Nurnburg have been concerned, creating 1 or 2 half chances, quarter chances you might say. Kim and Blazek by and large have been untroubled. Flagger stayed down here, inside the area towards Castaños over the crossbar. That was the big chance of the first half. Saenko on the right-hand side, brilliantly timed run. He is onside, brilliant decision from the assistant. Luisiao playing him on. Castaños scooped it over the bar. Oh dear, did it just bobble a little bit? No, he still should have hit the target, 8 yards out. Thomas van Heesen will be furious. That was the chance. Angelos Castaños. He has been in terrific form really for Nurnberg. Certainly over the past couple of months he's been scoring regularly. Nine in 15 for club and country after a slow start, admittedly, to his Bundesliga career, or say back in the Bundesliga with Nurnberg. Of course, he did have a spell at Werder. Has had injury problems, admittedly. And it's Maxi Pereira looking for the angle to get the cross away. It will fall for Nuno Assis. Rui Costa. Still plenty forward in this attack for Benfica. It's towards Makakula. Just mistimed the leap and the header, as he seemed to have inches. Glauber, big strong player. Corner then to Benfica, near post. Castaños goes for it. Get a second chance. And it comes again deeper this time. Nodded away to Petit. Ed Carlos. Still plenty of pink shirts inside the penalty area from that corner a few minutes ago. Petit knocks one in. It's away by Collar, back defending inside his own penalty area. Felipe towards Ariza Makakula. Shrugs off Glauber, gets in a good ball, but Wilfried can chest it down. Pignola takes a touch too many. Nuno Assis back, and the shot is just wide by Caceres. That was Benfica's best opportunity. Mistakes at both ends, really. Nuno Assis getting the ball from Pignola. First time effort from Caceres across the face of goal. Textbook stuff. Pignola dallies. Blazek thankful to see this one just go wide. Always feel he's a better midfielder than centre-back. He's been pressed into action at the back because of injuries in recent starts, both domestically and in the UEFA Cup. Caceres, but as a midfielder, he offers so much more coming forward. Just over a minute and a half until the break, and suddenly the match has livened up a little bit in the last couple. Connor lets it bounce. Engelhardt looking to get on the end of this. Flag stays down. Oh, now then, Luiziao and Caceres are coming together. The referee looked at it, the assistant looked at it, nothing was given, and Benfica have gone on with it. Well, Caceres feels, I think, here that Luiziao prevented him from getting to the ball. He says, he came across me, referee. Ivan Bebok says play on, just a throw. Here we go again. Well, Luiziao wasn't really looking at Caceres. Did he know where he was? Oh, it's a difficult one, I'd say no. I think the referee's got that right. But Caceres, you might think could get the benefit of the doubt if there is a similar sort of incident, given the vociferous nature of the crowd. Wolf takes it down. We're just about out of time in this first period. Be interesting to see if we do get a couple of minutes added on time. No real stoppages. Pignola is off on a run here. It's up against Luis Felipe. He will clear. Nothing to add it on time. One minute of added on time. It's a yellow card then to Maxi Pereira. Goes into the book. Second caution of the match. And ball. Galasek forward, Engelhardt off in chase. Good first touch here from Engelhardt. Can he pull it back? Chance here, that's a good save. Saenko it was, following up. Referee has seen enough of the first half, just as it got going. Disappointment for neutrals and for Nurnburg players. What is the referee going to do here? Because he's been surrounded by Nurnburg players. Thomas von Heesen will have something to say, I'm sure. Chances right at the death for both teams. I think we're about to see the incident here where Engelhardt got away on the left-hand side, and as the ball came across, let's see, Saenko, and that's a good save from Keane. Well, not just that chance, of course, but there was also chances for Benfica. Caceres had the opportunity. Caceres perhaps best of all for the home team. And it really does set it up nicely for the second period. Half-time here in the Franken Stadium. It's Nurnburg 0, Benfica 0.
watching Setanta Sports. Now we go live to the Dorchester Hotel for the much anticipated special press conference. Jeremy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mark, loud and clear.
When can we expect the press conference to start, Jeremy?
Well, as is the way with events such as these, Mark, one can never be sure. What we do know is that this special press conference was scheduled to start half an hour ago, well, almost 40 minutes ago now. We also know that Jose is, if not on the actual premises, in the immediate environs. There was some excitement just a few moments ago when a gentleman arrived onto the stage, and for a moment it looked like an announcement of some sort was imminent, but it turned out that the gentleman in question was, in fact, what most people are now describing here as a member of staff at the hotel who was merely putting drinking water on the table for this, it has to be said, much awaited, anticipated press conference.
So, presumably, in theory, Jeremy, this could be Jose's water.
Well, it's not clear as yet whether the water on the table is in fact intended for consumption by Jose. We do know that he is partial to still water, although sources here have been quick to indicate that he is also known to enjoy the sparkling variety. As to which type of water is in fact on the table at present, well, we're purely in the realms of speculation. Wait, something seems to be happening now.
Yes, something seems to be happening, Jeremy.
Yes, there is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we confirm that something is happening, Jeremy?
Yes, something is happening, yes. We're not quite sure who this is. It's all rather unusual, so let's go down and join the press conference.
Peekaboo. Very nice. Welcome to my special press conference. You want photo? I will now read from prepared statement. As many people will already know, I'm fantastic. It is also well known that my new show on Setanta Sports called I'm on Setanta Sports is also fantastic, incredible, and amazing. It is a show by champion for champions. That is why I've gone to marketplace and made dramatic new champion signing, which I now have pleasure to welcome to my I'm on Setanta Sports team. Come on, do it. Before official of unveiling of new signing, questions please.
Jose, why have you decided to bring someone in?
Why not? We are only halfway through season, so now I can make a different style, use different formation, tactic, or maybe not. Next question.
Jose, was this your first choice signing?
Of course. I not settle for second best. I have seen situation before where new signing I don't like suddenly arrive in helicopter, and it is disaster. No more disaster. More questions. Very good. I will now unveil. Do it. Look at it. It is fantastic.
Sven! Sven, look at him! This way, Sven! This way!
Shut up.
Sven!
It will now read from prepared statement.
Well, welcome. Firstly, I am privileged to be here today. But I am also privileged to be the first signing of this man. I think the greatest tactical mind, surely, in the history of the football. And also, quite obviously, a genius in life. With exceptional bone structure. Not to mention a close horse figure. And of course, those exquisite brown eggs. Ice. Exquisite brown ice.
Very nice. He is not fantastic. He is Sven-tastic. Questions?
Sven, are you happy to have Jose as your boss and, in effect, to be taking orders from Jose?
Well, I don't think I will be it. Yes, I am happy. He is fantastic.
No more questions. No more. Shut up, Lovejoy. Now, more photos. Do it.
And there we are. That ends this special press conference. Back now to your regular programming. So from all of us here, be champions.
Best British fight of all time, Carl Thompson against Chris Eubanks won. Why? From the first bell, it was an all-out war. What's special about an all-British fight? It grips the imagination of the whole nation. Macronelli Hay, the two biggest punchers in the world. Who'll win? Macronelli. He's a huge punter, and he's also got a great boxing brain. It really is a battle of Britain. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Setanta Sports brings you Barça TV. Keep up to date with all the action from Barcelona's star-studded team as we follow their La Liga and Champions League campaign. Catch all the latest news as it happens from inside the Camp Nou, plus classic games from Barcelona's glorious past. Barça TV, all season long, exclusive to Setanta Sports. Setanta Sports, the only place to see every game of the Euro 2008 Championship Finals.
Nelson's in behind here. Does he have the finish? Nicolas Anelka!
Maciejewski again, and still going forward, and still can he finish? That's a wonderful goal! Opportunity for Elmander to get forward. Oh, yes!
There's Ronaldo, head down again, running it. Azowski, good shot, wonderful goal! That's a lovely turn. And a marvellous goal!
The Euro 2008 Championship Finals, coming in June on Setanta Sports.
Setanta Sports News, a new attitude to sports reporting. A new team and a new style.
All the major sports stories together with views and comments from the fans.
A constant eye on breaking news and ongoing stories.
Don't miss all the dynamic action and latest developments.
Headlines, live scores, in-depth player and team news, results, opinions, comments and analysis.
Great sport is entertaining, and so are we.
Setanta Sports News.
Every day at 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Setanta Sports brings you MUTV. Follow all the action from United's Carling Cup and Champions League campaigns and see every kick as the Premier League champions defend their title.
Oh, what about that?
Plus, keep up to date with expert opinions and analysis on all the latest news from inside Old Trafford.
Steals the ball, Stones in the area, Stones takes it all covers, Stones scores!
MUTV, exclusive to Setanta Sports. This March on Setanta Sports. In rugby, the RBS Six Nations Championship will be decided. Plus the Guinness Premiership and the Magners League. In cricket, South Africa's tour of Bangladesh comes to a climax. While in football, the battle for the Copa Libertadores continues in South America. The UEFA Cup reaches the knockout stages. And we've got all the action from the top leagues in Europe. Just some of your highlights this March on Setanta Sports. Setanta Sports brings you Chelsea TV. Keep up to date with all the latest from inside Stamford Bridge, with expert opinion and analysis from the Blues past and present. Plus, watch extended coverage of Chelsea's League, Cup and European campaigns.
That is a sensational finish. Oh, it's a wonderful goal!
Chelsea TV, exclusive to Setanta Sports. The best football shows direct from the UK. Macca's Monday Night goes through all the weekend's Premier League games and major talking points. Join Angus Scott and an expert panel to discuss all the important football matters. The Friday Football Show with James Richardson previews the weekend's action, and Des Lynam meets the big names. The best football shows direct from the UK, exclusively on Setanta Sports.
Round tie between Nurnburg and Benfica. No goals in the first 45 minutes. It just began to hot up somewhat in the last 10 of the first half before the referee blew for half-time. Of course, Benfica lead by a goal to nil on aggregate, but Nurnburg just beginning to carve out the opportunities and went very close on 2 occasions to getting that all-important goal. Of course, if they do win 1-0, then it would go to extra time, and who knows, maybe penalties after that. Benfica, if they score, well, it can't go to an extra half an hour, and that could kill the tie. Benfica have had the odd half chance themselves, but you have to say that Nurnburg will be perhaps kicking themselves not for going in at half-time. A goal to the good on the night and all square on aggregate. There was certainly a little bit of controversy at the end of that first half. Calisteas went down under a clumsy challenge from Luis Xiao. Nurnburg players felt it should have been a free kick, and maybe they're sending off of Luis Xiao. Referee wave, play on. Not happy about the ball ahead of this second half, and our Croatian official decides to change it. Ivan Bibok. We are underway for the second period that could define both teams' season. Benfica perhaps off the pace, well, certainly are off the pace in the Portuguese top flight. I don't think they've got too many chances of catching Porto. 10 points of difference between the two. As for Nurnburg, well, they've only got this trophy to go for because they are right in a relegation dogfight in the Bundesliga. They are in 16th position of the 18 in the top division in Germany, and because of Hansa Rostock's win, they are some 5 points behind the team in 5th bottom. It really does look any 3 from 4 at the moment. Arminia Bielefeld, Energy Cottbus, Duisburg, who are at the bottom, and also Nurnberg. But you never know, a win against Benfica and it could all change round. Nurnberg do play Energy Cottbus at home, incidentally, at the weekend. What a big game that is for the club, and if they can win here tonight, then who knows, it could just inspire them to claw themselves out of relegation trouble. "45 minutes worth of football, perhaps maybe a little bit longer with the added on time to try and sort out that. Reinhardt. Nani, not seen too much of the Tunisian in the game, drifting between attack and midfield. got one or two Nurnburg players warming up at the moment. I'm sure if it stays as it is, we could see the introduction of a couple of strikers. Collar looks to get Reinhardt away over hits. Game was just beginning to liven up when the referee had to blow for the first 45. It's a real shame because it was end-to-end stuff after a mix and match first half, really. There were one or two decent bits in it, but by and large not the best. That'll suit Benfica, of course. 0-0 had taken them through. Back heel from Nuno Assis doesn't quite come off. Aggregate winners will meet either AK Athens or Getafe. Incidentally, as Nari comes forward, looks for the run of Saenko. He wanted it the other side. Tunisian didn't spot him. Nari was involved in the African Cup of Nations, played in the quarter-final defeat to Cameroon, former Esperance player. Maxi Pereira's touch, Rui Costa. Luis Felipe on the overlap, gets the ball in here, maybe an opportunity for Maxi Pereira. Engelhardt will clear. Flick from Sanko doesn't quite come off, and he's put his team in trouble here. Benfica couldn't take advantage. Wolf. Incidentally, if he did pick up a booking, he miss the next match in Europe this season. Caristeas jumping. Collar takes it on his thigh. Ed Carlos makes life difficult. Katsaranis wins it back. Collar's gone down, free kick. He certainly got his arms round him initially, but well, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, surely. Well, it's some way out, better for a left footer, you feel. I think that's why Vignola is standing over this. Argentine fancies it, I think. Plenty forward for the scraps. It is on goal, it takes a deflection or two, and Leo does prevent it from going behind for a corner, just a throw. Vignola will try again. High towards the back post, Keem elects to punch. Maybe not the best idea. Engelhardt twists into trouble, but then plays a wonderful ball out to Saenko. Nobody at this near post as we look. It's back again by Mnari. And it strikes Leo, and suddenly stakes have been raised a little bit here. Mnari. And still. Galasek. Glauber plays the ball through. Luis Felipe in a bit of trouble here. Asking why was that? Sanko went down. Oh, didn't seem to be too much in it, did that? Free kick's been taken. Vignola came in handball. That wasn't given. Nani's header. This is Wolf. Canester is jumping with Leo. There's a height difference of around about 6 inches between the pair, if not more. Canester goes down again, and this time the referee does give the free kick to Nurnburg. Pignola, this is a good run from the Argentine. Engelhardt, Pignola wants it back. Engelhardt! He's a player that has played for the national side. Admittedly, a few years ago, he picked up 3 caps for Germany. The last in 2005, the central midfielder. He was well thought of then. 27 years old now. He's perhaps missed his window with the national side, but he's beginning to play a lot better under Thomas van Heesen. He's never a regular starter under Hans-Meyer Engelhardt. Ed Carlos. Maxi Pereira. Pignola with the challenge. Pignola goes again. He's certainly seeing plenty of the ball. Castellanes wins it fairly, according to the referee. This is Pignola again. Didn't go out of play. Engelhardt enjoying himself. Petit steals it. Strong challenge from Wolf to win it back. Collar. Kakula gets the touch. Petit has it now. Too many Benfica players going forward. Nuno Assis though has it. Still Nuno Assis. It's towards Makakula. It's away by Glauber. Petit again hit. Flicked up awkwardly for Maxi Pereira. Sees Ed Carlos. Maxi Pereira again. It's all a little bit leisurely from Benfica, who's managed to work it from front to back rather than the other way around. This is Nuno Assis. Castellanes. Maxi Pereira and Luis Felipe looking to combine on that far side. Rui Costa. Castellanes. Rui Costa goes again. Up against Engelhardt. Castellanes swings one in. It strikes Pignola. Saenko gets the touch, and the two trade passes before the Russian comes forward away from Luis Felipe. Still coming forward. Saenko, can he slip it through? He's been brought down. And what's the referee going to do now? This is going to be a yellow card. Saenko on a mazy run. He's been the most likely player, in fairness. He had that shot late on in the first half. Luis Felipe, well, in the end, it wasn't that much of a challenge that put him down, and maybe Saenko should have released prior to that. Yellow card for the former Sporting player. Well, this is shooting distance and angle, isn't it? Surely just going to come crashing in on goal. 5-man wall. Collar to cause confusion. Keem on his line, left-hand side. Top left as we look, perhaps, is the favourite. Who's going to take it here? Might be Saenko. He's going to leave it, and it's Galasek. Oh, and it's Kim, and he spilt it. And he dives at the feet bravely of Koller. On from the training ground, perhaps here. Galasek it was, all along the deck, and Keane fumbled. It seemed to strike a knee. Should have done better, really, Keane. It wasn't particularly well struck by Galasek. He scored a couple in the league this season. Last goal was against Borussia Dortmund in the 2-0 win in November, though. 6 years with Ajax, of course, Galasek. Opportunity now for Castañas! Finally, the deadlock is broken, and you have to say it's deserved. Nurnburg got ahead. Finally got the break, Castañas away from his marker. All alone inside the penalty area. It wasn't the most decisive of finishes, but it was enough. And Thomas von Heesen knows it. Very much game on now. Whole complexion of the fixture has changed. Koller and then Nari, and really Leo was poor, and Castañas with a cool finish. He may well have gone through the legs of Keane here. Leo was nowhere near it as Castañas got through. It did indeed go through the legs. Whether Castañas meant that, I'm not so sure, but they all count. And it's the man back in the starting lineup that has given Nurnburg the advantage. (1-0) on the night, 1-1 on aggregate. And I think you'd have to say now that there will be more goals in this one, because it has started to open up a little bit. Nurnburg were getting closer and closer. What have Benfica got to offer in response? Rui Costa. Like handball against Leo, it was given. Nurnburg supporters enjoying it. And wanting more, and maybe Engelhardt can provide. Castañas wants it far post. Castañas, oh, Leo this time did get the header away. That's lifted the crowd even more. Makakula wanted to take it forward. What's the referee going to do here? Well, I'm going to say Camacho has never had too much luck against German opposition. He played 22 games against German opposition for Spain and Real Madrid. Only 7 wins, 9 defeats, 6 draws. The best of records for a man. His career was covered in glory for most of the time, by and large. Vignoles header. Koller brought down by Luis Xiao. The referee's decided to give Benfica the throw. Makakula hasn't really done too much for me. He's big and he's strong, but has he really caused the Nurnburg defenders too much problems? Will be time for a change. Nari with the ball over the top. Leo nowhere near his man, nowhere near the ball. Castellanos scores again. It's a foul and a free kick to Benfica. Luis Felipe. Benfica still very much in it, of course. 1-1 on aggregate, let's not forget. Sanko claiming it came off the Benfica man there. This time it's a free kick to Nurnburg. Collar looks to turn it on. Luisiao is there. Benfica are on a good run. Last time they were beaten was by Belenenses before Christmas. Since then, beaten in 8 matches. But it's Nurnburg that have the advantage here. The shot from distance. Oh, and it's hit the post. What a strike! What a stunning strike from Pignola. That should have been 2. And I reckon it would have been over. This is Castellanos, far post. Sayenko was lurking. Well, there didn't seem any real danger when Pignola let fly from fully 30 yards. And it crashed off the upright. There is Horacio Pignola, really known for his goal-scoring exploits. Let fly, left-footed. Keane was mesmerised by the flight of the ball. Look at this. Oh! Back off the post. Reinhardt's header. Castellanos' touch has been given away. This is Petit. Excellent interception. Pignola, who's having a wonderful game at left back, and he's rampaging forward whenever he likes, it would appear. Looks to push it through to Collar, and he might fall for Sayenko here. Oh, Nadal in behind, and Sayenko surely will score! Comical defending by Benfica, and Nurnburg are 2 goals to the good. 44,000 or thereabouts go absolutely wild. Benfica punished. Awful defending. Sayenko didn't give it up. They're running scared of Pignola. They didn't need Castellanos or Collar on this occasion, and it's Nurnburg 2, Benfica 0. Just a prod forward, Leo couldn't deal with it. And Luis Felipe just dallied, and Sayenko, cool as you like, knew where the defender was as well, between the 2. Thoroughly deserved. Ivan Sayenko has had a wonderful game, he's had a wonderful tie, played really well in Lisbon. And a real cool finish here to take it around Keane and have the presence of mind not to just knock it in the nearest space, because that was going to be covered by Luis Felipe, had lost the ball and just tucked it back inside of the defender. And the Russian goes to celebrate 2-0. In essence, Benfica have still got the same to do, because 1-0 would have taken it into extra time, but a 2-1 means that they would win on away goals. So they've still got to do the same sort of thing. And that is score, obviously. Meanwhile, Makakula could be in trouble here. It's a yellow card. To watch himself, he mentioned he got sent off 3 times last season. It is a yellow. It's a little bit unlucky there. Fantastic support from the Nurnburg fans, and they have been well rewarded. 2-0, they lead on the night, 2-1 on aggregate. What a super second half this has been in Nurnburg. Frankenstadion has been rocking. Nurnburg defenders have held firm, and their attackers have taken the match to Benfica, who look like they're going to introduce Oscar Cardozo. Cost a lot of money, 9.1 million euros. Oh, Luis Felipe will not want to watch that again. Sanko still had more than a bit to do, didn't he? Blasek, whose mistake in the first leg led Benfica to that 1-0 advantage. And you can imagine the Czech Republic keeper is a lot happier than his counterpart at the other end. Nothing really that Kim could do about it. This is Reinhardt. Going to be a double substitution, incidentally, for Benfica by the looks of things. It's like Laszlo Sepsi is about to come on as well. Well, we're about to see the change. Maxi Pereira, the first to come off, hasn't really done too much. The Uruguayan international, Laszlo Sepsi, is coming on. Well, the change is certainly Oscar Cardozo, who is a striker. Just waiting for the UEFA official to see who's coming off here. And it's Ed Carlos who's coming off, so a defender and a midfielder off. I mean, I guess Sepsi is a defender. He's left side, he can go forward though. He's a Romanian who was signed from Gloria Bistrita in the January transfer window. A Romanian under-21 international, incidentally. He's only played a minute of football in Benfica colours. That was coming on as a very late sub in the 2-0 win over Naval at the weekend, but he's highly rated. Does like to get forwards as Laszlo Sepsi. Did have a spell on loan at Rennes, played for their B team, didn't break through in French football. Can play on the left-hand side of midfield as well as a left-back. Looks like he's slotted in left-hand side of midfield, and Cardozo's gone up front with Makakula. Just means a bit of a reshuffle at the back, with Katsaranis now centre-back by the looks of things. Luis Felipe desperate to try and atone for his error. He's taken Calisteas out there. Rui Costa. This is Luis Ciao. Forward for Cardozo. Does offer a real goal threat, there's no doubt about that. 7 in the league this season from 13 starts, also net in the Champions League, including 2 against Shakhtar, so he knows where the goal is. Sepsi gets the touch, Rui Costa. Going to cease over on that far side, tries to take it on his chest. Of course, Nurnburg can, I say, afford to sit back. Sure that Thomas von Heesen won't want them to do that. As Makakula looks to break forward. Have to watch himself, he is on a yellow card. But with a 2-1 aggregate advantage, that's what they can do. They don't need to go for goal anymore. It is Katsaranis now back as a centre-back. Given away, Makakula looking for Cardozo. Glauber it is that comes and makes the challenge. He's not had to do too much, Glauber Leandro. Hardly been called upon in this second period. That was an important challenge. Cardozo had space on the far side. Leo intercepts from Saenko. This is Sepsi. Cardozo off on a run again, and this is Cardozo for Benfica, and that's truly awful. Well, he was introduced just 2 minutes ago, and the Paraguayan international that cost nearly 10 million euros finishes in a way that will make everyone wonder why on earth Benfica paid such top dollar for him. Oh dear. What an opportunity to make it 2-1, 2-2 on aggregate, with Benfica the advantage with the away goal. I'm sure Jose Camacho himself would have put that one away very comfortably. Goes down under the challenge of Luisiao. Free kick Nurnburg. Reinhardt, Koller, Saenko can't keep it in play. Leo with a throw. Cardozo can't take it on his chest, and this is Reinhardt. Saenko. Nari beaten to it. Rui Costa, Makakula. Certainly come alive now, he can drop a bit deeper with Cardozo. Taking up striking duties. Here is Cardozo. Whips in a low cross. Nurnburg will clear through Glauber. Long for Cardozo again, and that's comfortable for Blajek. Koller. Good second touch here from Jan Koller. Still going forward away from Katsaranis. Jan Koller can't get the shot in. Luisiao didn't know where it was initially. This is Sepsi. Engelhardt. Pignola. Engelhardt again under pressure from Petit. Yellow card for Petit. Another booking. Petit will be suspended incidentally from the next game should they get through. Koller jumping with Luisiao. by Sepsi. Rui Costa gets the touch, looks to play it over to Nuno Assis, the referee pulling play back. Quite sure the referee's given there against Cardoso. Makakula giving it away. That's awful play from Makakula. This is Engelhardt, leaves it for Galasek. Always rising from the veteran Czech Republic international. Nice to see Nurnburg still coming forward, though. They had that scare with Cardoso. They know that if Benfica score, they will go through on away goals if Nurnburg don't. Cardoso away from Wolf. Makakula giving it away for the second time in under 2 minutes. Katsaranis has it now. Galasek's touch. Mignola. Engelhardt. Nurnburg dominating possession. 12 minutes to go. Can they make it through to the round of 16 of the UEFA Cup? Can a victory over the Portuguese giants inspire them to kick away from the relegation zone in the Bundesliga? Certainly what Thomas van Heesen is hoping for. They will turn out to be a distraction, of course, if they can't get their act together in the league. Rui Costa. Benfica just need the goal, remember. Cardoso backing in. Might fall for Makakula here. Wolf is too quick. Luis Xiao. Sepsi. Benfica dominating possession. Rui Costa inside the area. Leo goes down. Benfica players didn't really look for a penalty, in fairness. Breakaway could be on. Collar wants it this side. Players getting forward in support now. Got a man down at the moment. It's Nari. Cramp perhaps, maybe here. Going to be another change here for Benfica, incidentally. It's Angel Di Maria who is coming on. He's just 19 years old. Player with a big future ahead of him. He had a fantastic under-20 World Cup for Argentina in the summer, in Canada. Scored 3 times. Argentina won the title. Angel Di Maria, who's yet to score since switching from Rosario Central last season to Benfica. More a goal creator than scorer. Signed for 5 years. This is where Nani took a bit of a knock, perhaps. Benfica coming forward. Di Maria. And still, and the shot is wide. Kakula unable to get on the end of it if it was a cross. start looking at the clock just yet. Got 8 minutes plus added on time. Could be a fair few minutes of added on time in this second half. Reinhardt, good looking ball here for Karasteas. Can he square it here for Sayenko? Back to goal and still has it, Ivan Sayenko. Clutch of pink shirts around him. Engelhardt. Nurnburg. Reinhardt. Glauber forward. Still Benfica willing to try three inside the area here. Nodded away by Glauber. Maybe an opportunity now to get some players forward with the throw. Cardozo makes the move. Spotted by Glauber. Makakula waits, takes the deflection and spins behind for a corner. Deeper this time towards Makakula. Luis Yao, can he get it down? The shot through a crowd of players by Sepsi is cleared by Engelhardt. Luis Yao just didn't have the presence of mind to know what to do. This is Sepsi, skips away from one challenge. Deep across again, it's away by Collar. Was that handball? Certainly Di Maria felt so. Luis Yao claiming there was an elbow somewhere along the line. Pignola is involved. The referee separates the pair. It's getting rather fractious. Nurnburg supporters celebrating as if it's over. It's not just yet. Glauber chests it down, that's easy for Blazek. Flicked on Collar, didn't know where it was. Nani makes the run. It is the Tunisian. Luis Yao wants to shove it out of play and will do so. Into the final five. Makakula. Cardozo was lurking left and Di Maria right. Free kick against the Paraguayan. To Makakula. Further change here for Nurnburg. Nani's evening is over. Played well, Tunisian. Jacques Abadonado is coming on. Centre-back by trade. He's only made one appearance this season. He was a substitute against Hansa Rostock just the other week. after a move from Nice. Taken down first time by Sepsi. Well, Calista's got a touch on that. They are able to force him to do so. This goal got the ball rolling. Calista's breaking the deadlock. 13 minutes after the restart, and Saenko seizing on that defensive mistake by Luis Felipe to put the Bundesliga side in the driving seat here. They've got to hang on for 2 minutes and stoppage time, and they will be through to the round of 16 of the UEFA Cup. Cardozo taking a whack, and this is going to be a yellow card, I think. Glauber. It's Pignola. Free kick taken, drilled in towards the penalty spot. It's away from Cardozo. Benfica will try again, this time via Luis Felipe. Going just a little bit too straight, didn't have the angle. Maybe now from Leo can dig one out. Away by Wolf. Collar back defending as well, suspicion of handball. This is Makakula. It's knocked around, and then the awkward shot is on. He's found his way in, and it's Cardozo with barely a minute on the clock. Well, he fluffed his lines some 10 minutes ago when he first came on after an awful shot that went nowhere near the target, and this time wasn't the best struck in the world, but has somehow crept in past Jaromir Blazek, who seemed to see it late, who seemed to dive too late, and maybe it is now too late for Thomas von Hiesen's team. Well, a scrappy goal, if ever I saw one. It was whacked against Makakula here by Glauber, and the keeper just seemed to be unsighted. Oh, agonising for Nurnburg supporters to watch this again. Glauber actually struck it at Makakula. It bounced twice before creeping in. This is a better angle, certainly. The keeper just didn't catch the flight of it at all. Well, it's harsh to say it's a mistake by Blazek, but for me, he should have done better. The 90 is just about up here. Cardozo in the last minute of normal time. Oh dear, how cruel on Nurnburg. What will that do for their season? And the 44,000 are silence, minus 500 or so Benfica supporters who've seen their team outplayed, really, not just tonight but over the two legs as a whole. But somehow they're going to sneak through. How on earth? Nurnburg players have got to lift themselves here. Went into added on time. Is there any late drama? Well, we've already had some, haven't we? Caristeas, good running here. Opportunity for the substitute to centre. Abranado wants to get the crowd on the Nurnburg side and against Benfica. In comes the throw, flicked on, chance here for Wolf maybe. Galasek can't shimmy to shoot. Oh, and the flag has stayed down, and this is an opportunity now. Di Maria, and still Di Maria into the empty net. That is that, 2-2, and Benfica surely now through to the round of 16 of the UEFA Cup. 2 goals in the last 2 minutes has shocked Nurnburg into silence, and it's the small band of Benfica supporters who looked like their team were going out of the competition, that just cannot believe how this game has turned around. That, I think, sums up the season for Nurnburg. How have they let this slip? Di Maria, with his first goal for the club, makes it 2-2. Well, he was certainly onside, no doubt about that. Glauber, I think, played him on, and a cool finish from the 19-year-old. Didn't need Cardozo. 2-2. What a disappointment for the Nurnburg players and the Nurnburg supporters. What a turnaround for Benfica. Can't imagine that Nurnburg were going to score anyway. There was so little time left, and we've had nearly 3 minutes of added on time already. I guess there might be a little bit more because of the celebrations and the fact that a goal was scored. But now Nurnburg have got to get 2, and that's not going to happen. Well, the clock said 88 minutes and 55 seconds, and Nurnburg were going through. Oh, it's hard on those supporters. But the Benfica fans around the globe, and there's a fair few of them, will be celebrating for some time tonight. Makakula's touch. Ronaldo gets the header. It's all the way back to Keane. And there's a huge feeling of elation all around the Franken Stadium. Deflated supporters, deflated coaching staff. And the players as well are suffering, you can see. Those Benfica supporters are celebrating. The Nurnburg fans, well, more than 1 or 2 heading for the exits. How has it gone wrong? Final score here, 2-2. After Nurnburg had qualification in their grasp. In the 89th minute, they were 2 goals to the good, courtesy of efforts from Caristeas. A close-range effort after being put through, and Saenko, after a howler from Luis Felipe, made it 2 on 66 minutes. And those players cannot believe how they've thrown it away. Cardozo, it was that managed to pull one back. A bouncing shot that somehow made it past Jaromir Blažić in the 89th minute to make it 2-1. They were out on away goals by that stage, and a real hammer blow, and Di Maria danced round Jaromir Blažić to make it 2-2. Jan Koller is nearly in tears. The Nurnburg supporters can't believe it either, but they are out. It's Benfica that are through. Final score on the night, 2-2. On aggregate, 3-2 for the Portuguese side.